Hi, students. Let's take a look at some questions from the chapter on economic growth rate. This is a 10 years data for the US economy of GDP annual growth rate. This ups and downs or the up and down fluctuations are called business cycles. When this is going down, the GDP growth rate is going down and it is down for two successive quarters, we say there is a recession. The rock bottom is a trough. When the economy improves, the growth rate is a positive number. That means this is an expansion. The economy is getting better. Now, the topmost part is the peak. With this in mind, let's take a look at the questions. Question 1. The key variable in determining changes in economy's standard of living is the long run rate of economic growth. Now, before industrial revolution, living standards in the world were relatively stagnant. Things changed after the invention of the steam engine. Question 3. If labor became more productive, the production possibility frontier will shift away from the origin. Now, the production possibility frontier looks like this. It's also called PPF. Let's say I have capital goods on this axis and consumer goods on the x axis, or we can just flip it. Now, if this is 100, this is 100, the maximum productive capacity of an economy is 100 capital goods or 100 consumer goods, or it can be a combination of both. If labor productivity increases, the PPF will shift outwards to the right. Let's say the productive capacity went up to 120 capital goods or 120 consumer goods. Okay. Question 4. Farm builds a new factory. This is an example of an investment in physical capital. Question 5. Getting a college degree is human capital, enriching ourselves. Question 6. We have two economies, alpha and beta. Alpha has 40,000 of capital per worker and beta has 5,000 of capital per worker. I'm going to look at this one as a leader or advanced or highly developed economy, or an economy that achieved industrial revolution faster than the country of beta. This is the capital per worker in both the countries. Now they're asking, according to principle of diminishing returns to capital, and additional units of capital will do what? Which country will grow faster? I want you all to look at this graph to understand and answer this question. This is a productivity curve. Now, let's say the country of beta is here, that does not have a lot of capital per hour of labor. Now, this one is where I will place the economy of alpha that already has a lot of capital per hour of labor. Next, let's see. This one is increasing by 40 units, the capital per hour of labor, and for alpha, it's also increasing by 40 units. However, we see this increase is 20 and this increase is 4. So here we would see this do not have the economy of beta. The capital per hour of labor is low. Now some additional unit of capital will make a substantial change in real GDP per hour compared to the country of alpha, which has a lot of capital per hour of labor. This one is only increasing by 4, and this is called the concept of diminishing returns. So beta will grow faster than alpha. An additional unit of capital will increase output less in alpha compared to beta. That means the follower country will grow faster than the leader economy. Looking at question number 7, economic growth is best indicated by this one, shift outward of the production possibility frontier from AB to CD. Question 8. Again, the PPF is shifting and they are asking for a probable reason. This one is going to be this. Increase in the quantity and quality of labor resources. Remember, these are the supply factors that promotes economic growth. Question number 9. If we are at this point, this is definitely an inefficient use of resources. Okay, but the question is asking the most likely cause of shift of the PPF of an economy AB to CD is due to technological progress. Now, question number 10. Anything inside the PPF is inefficient. Anything on the PPF is efficient, because we can do better by moving from a point inside to a point on the production possibility frontier. Let's say point X, we have 100 capital goods and 100 consumer goods. We can go from point X to point Y, or point X to another point Z on this new PPF of CD. Let's say Y is a combination of 150 capital goods and the same amount of consumer goods, that's 100. And let's say Z is a combination of the same amount of capital goods, that is 100, but more consumer goods, that's 150. So point X represents unemployment and inefficient allocation of resources. Okay, these are the basics of economic